Over the weekend, we saw the third edition of the Chika Chukwumereje Sports Foundation Taekwondo Open. Tuleko the other day, we spoke about this. It's laudable, and knowing that Nigeria finished tops of the medal table also makes it interesting.
Yeah, I think the NSCDC team finished top of the table ahead of Mali and Niger. So that was particularly heartwarming, but the most outstanding athlete was actually the Malian, Soumare Karamoko. He was adjudged the most outstanding male athlete in the competition. Also, more interestingly, the National Sports Commission has decided to enter into a strategic partnership with the Chika Chukwumereje Sports Foundation now to support Taekwondo, which for me was the highlight of the entire competition. The fact that he has now gained such massive support from the National Sports Commission means that he can now rest easy and go ahead with what he's planning to do, which is to develop future athletes that will go on to represent Nigeria and also develop these athletes individually. So I'm just particularly pleased that he's in such a short time. This is just the third edition. He has already garnered national support from the National Sports Commission, which means he's doing something right.
That's right.
So, and that is a lesson to a lot of other people who also have these kind of competitions at the back of their mind, that if you do it right, there is no way that you cannot garner support. If you do it properly, there is no way that you cannot achieve everything that you set out to do. And for me, and those who watched the competition also marveled at the quality of the competition, that it was really, really good. Also helped by the fact that there were a lot of international referees there who ensured that the standard was particularly high. So I'm particularly pleased with what Chika Chukwumereje is doing with this competition. I'm hoping other people will emulate him, people come to support him, you know, because it is a worthy initiative. He is a former Olympian, represented Nigeria to the best of his ability. So now that he's trying to give back to society, I think this is where we come in and support him and stop paying lip service to sports development.
That's it. It's really sweet. Oh yeah, when you look at, see, they already make use of the Dido electronic headgear that will be used at the Olympics, which provides good exposure for our taekwondoists.
I agree with you totally, Austin. You see, it's instructive what Chukwumereje has done. You know, in a way, he has escaped from the system. I can't imagine what would have happened to some of these athletes if their fate, their destiny had been placed in the federation, that's the Taekwondo Federation, because they will complain of lack of funds. And what he has done is to, you know,
lack of competition
to prove that if you have the will, there's always a way. You know, a lot of people will argue that he was able to achieve this because of his background. We've had, you know, kids from a rich background who also, you know, are just enjoying themselves. But he has done something noble. And like Tunde said, the National Sports Commission has keyed into, because they've realized that what he's doing, you know, is helping the future of the game in Nigeria. And I mean, would you have thought that the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, it had so much talented taekwondoists, you know, that has brought out you know, the talents in them. And if you continue this way, who knows what will happen in the future. So I think some of these federations should hide their faces in shame. You know, you need to go out of government bureaucracy, go out there, sell your ideas. Somebody can buy into it. Olopade said it here that when he started with wheelchair basketball, he went out to some of his you know, friends who had means. He met Lagos State Governor in a flight once and told him, and the man gave him money. So these are the ways. You don't need to sit down in the conference of your office and complain that money is not coming. Money is not going to come to you. You have to go out there and get sponsors.
So and to add to that again, remember, Austin can bear witness to this. The Special Olympics, they are organized, their competitions, their participation at international events without government giving them a
just rally around.
They do this by just purely out of just raising funds privately. So if these people can do this, all the other federations, they have no
So it has to do with branding and of course have a good guide of what you want to achieve, and then people will key into it. You saw the medals table, but we'll just run through it again. NSCDC, they finished tops at the third edition of the Chika Chukwumereje Sports Foundation Taekwondo Open. They got 4 gold medals, 1 silver and 4 bronze medals, a total of 9 medals. So it's heartwarming to know that we can develop Taekwondo in the country. Mali finished second with 2 gold, 1 silver and a bronze medal. Niger, they were third on the table with 2 gold medals, 2 silver and 1 bronze medal. So you see, Niger and Mali, they're very good with Taekwondo, but good to see that Nigeria, forget the fact that we hosted it, that there are actually talents here. But if you don't organize competitions like this, you'll not get to know. Okay, athletics and taekwondo gone by now. I keep telling you that it's an action-packed world of sports. So let's talk table tennis now. Over the weekend, we saw action at the Polish Open. We told you Arnaud Quadri and Egypt's Omar Assad, they teamed up to play in the men's doubles event. Oh yeah, they didn't win, but it's good to know that they made it to the top 8.
Yeah, when you play at that level, there's so much, benefits at stake.
Yeah.
It means you are going to get abreast of the latest rules. Pairing with Omar Assad, also, sharpen his skills. This is a guy that has always been his albatross, especially on the African continent. So I think beyond not winning, there is so much. We have talked about athletes participating in tournaments, and if you don't participate in tournaments, how are you going to excel? You are going to get rusty.
Yeah.
You could lose morale. Your morale will be very low. Yeah. And when you go for any tournament, you are likely going to be beaten black and blue. So I think this is a perfect setting for Arnaud Quadri, and we hope that most of our athletes, get this kind of opportunity to play against some of the best in the world. You can only get better.
Yeah.
Like they said, iron sharpeneth iron. When you play against the best, you always aspire to be the best.
And today we talked about it when they played their first game, and they were really dominant. I'm talking about Quadri and Assad defeating opponents from France, from Hungary, and even India. Yeah. But then in the singles, wasn't a switch story for Egypt's Omar Assad. But let me talk about what Oyin just said. The exposure, very important. Quadri won his first game, but lost his second game to the world number 2. Now, do you want to explain how important that sort of experience is to him?
Well, it's invaluable.
Yeah,
actually, it's really invaluable. He has now had an opportunity to learn at close quarters what makes this man the world number 2.
So it is.
And if he's sitting there, if he's engaging him one-on-one, he has a coach who is also watching and telling him what to do. He also has a video recording of that particular encounter. He can check where he made mistakes. He can see where his opponent was particularly dominant. It's incalculable, the amount the amount of things he can get from that singular encounter. You've taken on the world number 2 in three straight sets. Yes, you are beaten, but it's not the fact that you are beaten, but it is what you get out of this encounter that is particularly important. I'm pleased for him for the opportunity, irrespective of the fact that he lost. But he has now had a chance to compete with the world's best, and that's what we've always advocated. So